My name is Margaret Anemene of St. Margaret Nursing and Maternity Home. Actually, it's not an overstatement. What they have been saying, they are not painting it as if they are expecting you to buy Mojeaga herbal remedy. I've used it from experience. You know, when one comes to the hospital and there's anemia and there's that shortage of blood, what they want is transfusion. And by my faith, I will not transfuse. So I've used a lot of it. I use it for elderly, like my parents. I use it for my mom. They have osteoarthritis too. I use it for her. Religious. My father wanted to go for prostate surgery. That's about 15 years ago. In preparation for the surgery, I have to use that. And throughout the surgery, he didn't have any problem. No transfusion, no issue. There were some people that did surgery, then they go in bigger hospitals. They passed on because there was no preparation. So for that, my father is still alive today because I keep using Mojeaga for them religiously. But I must say about one critical case I handled recently. I was just in my clinic at about past 12 a.m. My nurse came to call me. Mommy, there's a client they brought. Say client? Say they brought her on a wheelbarrow. How can they bring somebody on a wheelbarrow? That is strange. I said, let me just get up and send off the client. By the time I went there, she's still on the wheelbarrow. I said, what happened? She said, the woman, she was pregnant, she did an abortion, and the girl that came, she took the tablet, this tablet inside, you know the names of this tablet. After taking it, she now ran back to the medicine store in the barracks. Then they now called in hospital. So when they got there, the person now said, no, we are too busy. Take her to a specialist hospital. Can't handle this case. So then one girl said, I know one witness. She know they give blood. Let me take you there. They brought her from barracks. They were going to specialist, no money. To go to our medical center, no money. They now came to my place without wheelbarrow. When I saw the woman, she was soaked in blood. Jehovah, what do I do? I said, I take the patient to specialist. I can't handle this case. So she didn't open her eyes. She was just in shock. I said, I can't handle this case. Take this patient to specialist. Then the people now said, not because of money drivers. I now empathize with them. I said, these people don't have money. This is their last resort. Let me do. It's either we are going forward or we are going backwards. I said, okay, what happened? Bring her to the room. They carried her in the shoulder and brought her to mine. I put her in one bed, examination. I said, let me just see what happened. She wasn't talking at all. Then I said, what do I do? Every minute I will pray. I said, these people have no money. Jehovah, please do the miracle for this woman. Give me my injection. And I'll check the pulse. I was still feeling heartbeat. I said, I must do something to save that fact. The fact that they said, don't drive us because of money. Because I just tell them, I say, hey, why they brought that money to issue? I said, okay, if you know you can deposit 10,000, I will take her in. That was when you mentioned this monetary issue. But then they mentioned I kept pretty for that. They bring her in. They brought her in. Put her on the bed. I said, oh yeah, notice, oh yeah, ask. Put her in shock position. We extended her legs up, the head down. I started managing this case. Before you know it, God, let me see this baby, because she was really too weak. I can't exaggerate. This is not time to run procedure or anything. You know, after about 5 hours of bleeding, then I now brought up this. I said, God, let me see this vein with one. Immediately, I just brought his scalp vein. I said, no cannula. Give me scalp vein, 23D. I just saw the vein. I said, God, you want to act? Give me normal saline, and I'll put it there. Put the drip. As soon as I put the drip there, not quite 30 minutes, because why I dared handle this one, because I know Mojeaga was there. I shouldn't have handled that because I will not transfuse. And these people have no money to go to bigger hospitals. They shouldn't have reached. They went to a bigger hospital. They turned their back. I said, God, this is a challenge to you. So I now started. But I said, she said, no, I know you. One of the nurses, then I said, God, she's coming up. Oh yeah, give me Mojeaga. And I go back Mojeaga. She started drinking. Before they break, this woman that was brought into the bed, she gained her life. No, thank you. Thank you, mommy. Thank you. And you saved my life. I said, but why did you do abortion? As I'm telling you today, they are still owing me almost 20,000. The joy I have is that Mojeaga has helped me to save this woman. Because these people, if they are taking her to center, she will die. Because they didn't have up to 3,000 that night. And I left from our medical center. Once you bring anybody, deposit or not, handle them. So that is what I have learned, and I do that. Whereas I said, before they break, they managed and brought 8,000. See, treatment today, the signs I will bring. I don't know how to find them. Mojeaga, but I gave them mine. They kept drinking it. They did not even pay the money of the Mojeaga. But I'm happy. I was able to, with God's help, I was able to